So as we explore this new world of online marketing for self-storage, we see it really takes a new way of looking at how to get new customers into your self-storage facility. My name's Mark Helm. I'm the author of Creating Wealth Through Self-Storage, and I'm the creator of the Quick Start Academy. And what the Quick Start Academy is, and what I do, is support the small investor in getting in the self-storage business and growing their self-storage business in such a way that it creates true wealth and a fulfilling career. The self-storage business is by far the absolute best real estate play in business for the small investor to be in, but the landscape is changing fast. We've been looking at how to market online to get new customers into our facilities. As all this new product hits the market, and as much of this new product is from the larger players who have a lot of resources, this is the world they go to attract customers into their facilities. So if we want to stay relevant and we want to stay on top of our game, it's a world we need to learn too. And rather than just turn it over to somebody and hope that they know what they're doing, we're learning what's involved in this online marketing so we can do it or direct our vendors to do what's effective in this new landscape. Now, if you want everything tied up into a neat bow and be told do A, B, C, and D, and you will be effective, you're going to be disappointed. That's not how this world works. It's especially challenging for a guy like me that likes to just tell me what to do, I'll do it, and then I'm going to get on to the next thing. That's not how this online marketing world works anymore. Now, if you've been following us, we've set up a fictitious Facebook paid advertisement, and we used episodes 147, 148, and 149 to do that. But as you follow along on that, you see that there's a lot more required for online marketing than just the platform that provides the ad. We're going to talk about that today. But in this new world of online marketing, we're constantly having to try and test new things. For example, in some markets where we've got some new product coming online, I've run some video campaigns, not conversions, but the campaign was set up for video views. And I post a video, 1 to 2 minute video that talks about how our facility is different from other facilities, separating us from the market, no strong call to action in those videos, and I've optimized the campaign for video views. Now, why would I do that? One, it's branding. It gets our name and our facility out there, but it only costs me about 1 cent to 3 cents per video view. And if I'm in a market, let's say with an audience size of 250,000, of those 250,000, how many of them are really that interested in self-storage at any given moment? My assumption is that if they watch that video through, that they are. Then what I do is the people that watch 25% or more, they will get an ad with a offer directly to them. And the reason I do that is it's a lot less expensive to blast the entire audience with a video view campaign as it is to hit the entire audience with a conversion campaign. Some markets, following up with a conversion worked well. Other markets, it couldn't get legs at all. So what I did was, instead of doing a conversion campaign, I did a reach campaign. It performed better. So in one market, the conversion worked, and in another market, the reach worked. You just never know. You got to constantly be testing and tweaking. That's this new world of online marketing. But what you've seen in these ads as we've set them up is it takes more than just the platform that runs the ad. If you're using Facebook, it takes more than just putting an ad into Facebook. Where are those people going to go in the digital world to claim your offer? Well, they could go to your website. especially if you have a page on your website where they can reserve or rent, and that's what the call to offer is. But most people in the online marketing world use landing pages. And what a landing page is, it's a website, it's a web page, but instead of being part of your overall website, it's a separate page that basically gives the person going there two options: either do what we're claim the offer or leave. Sometimes there's more education that needs to be done that can't be done in an ad. You can use the landing page for that. But mostly a landing page is designed to give the user one of two options: claim the offer or leave. If they go to your website, very often they'll start looking around and they'll not do and take the action that the ad was designed to have them do. So let's look at how we create landing pages as a small operator. Well, you could go to your website provider. Your website provider can create landing pages for you. I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. And there are a lot of services, free and paid for, where you can use and create landing pages. I use a service called Lead Pages. I have a subscription to a company called Lead Pages, and all they do is design landing pages. Now, I recommend, if you're going to do this, to use a service like that. They're not the only ones, I just like them. But they have landing pages that are tested. They have landing pages where I can see the metrics, where I will know how many people hit them, how many people have converted. And when I put a landing page up from my landing page provider, it also has the same URL as our facility website. So if our facility website is www self-storage facility, the landing page will be www self-storage facility free month offer. So that's another reason I like using these paid landing page services. But most importantly, every landing page is tested, and you can even see them in the website in order of their effectiveness. So let's take a look. I don't make any money off Lead Pages. I'm not saying you have to use them. There's a lot out there. But I want to show you what we do and why we use it. So let's go take a look at how we create landing pages for our self-storage companies. Well, here we are at Lead Pages, and I'm not exactly sure how other landing page providers work. You know, some landing pages are included in the CRMs, the client management programs that people use. Some landing pages are provided in the templated website companies where you can create your own websites and landing pages. I like this because this is all they do is create landing pages, and the landing pages have been tested and they're fairly easy to use. They're just drag and drop like you're seeing. So let's jump in. I want to show you how easy it really is to create a landing page for your self-storage advertising campaign. So here are different landing pages, and they're organized by highest converting or most recent. I can also filter them by the type of landing page. Let's use lead capture, and let's organize it by highest converting. Now I can select numerous templates. Let's go with audience building 2 and use this template. Now, the first thing you do is you give it a name. And start building. Now, you can see this is a templated landing page, and I literally could start with a blank page, and I could move a new headline in, or I could create a section with more text, or I could put a button here. I could add video. I could literally create anything I want. But because I'm relying on Lead Pages, and they have the metrics for every single person every company that's ever used this page, I'm going to try to reorganize this page as minimally as possible so I can use the effectiveness of this page as it is now. Now, this brings us to a very, very important point. One of the most important things about a landing page is that the landing page be congruent with the ad. In other words, if somebody's standing in line for coffee, they click your call to action button in your ad, and they go to a page, they've got to instantly know that they are in the right place. The colors, the images, the logos, the fonts, the text, the sound of the word should all be the same, so there's no guessing. And I'm sure it's happened to you where you click a call to action button, it takes, the circle goes around on your phone, you're tapping your toes, it takes longer than you want, and you go somewhere and you're not sure if that's where you wanted to go anyway. So what do? You close that out, go back to what you were doing. So let's take a look at our ad. In episode 149 last week, we created a fictitious ad for a free month rent coupon. Here was the colors, the images, the language. So we want our landing page website to look and sound like this. So it's very easy to do in at least this particular landing page provider. I'm going to change the copy and the colors a little bit, and I will be right back. Okay, this took me about 5 minutes to do. I used almost the same image as the ad, less the person on there, changed the colors a little bit. I would probably do more. I still have a little blue left. I would probably change this more to the green color, and I'd have a little more copy on here. You can also, if you feel like there's more that needs to be said, more educating, you can do that here, or if you know that there are objections that you would like to counter, you can use this landing page to do that. Some people call them landing pages. Some people call them sales pages. Some people call them squeeze pages. But the idea here is when someone lands here, they're either going to do two things. They're either going to claim their first month or they're going to go. And that's what we want them to do. So what happens here when they claim the first month? They click the call to action button. This pops up. Now all I did was change the color and the text a little bit, added a logo, and what they'll do is put their email address in and their first name in, and I need to change the text here. Yes, I want my free month coupon. Or whatever you want to put there. And when they click that, they get the coupon. Now, how will they get the coupon? Well, there's a number of ways to do it. In my real estate business and in my self-storage coaching business, I have a CRM, client management relationship tool, that literally when they click that, the name and the email address goes into the CRM. I have campaigns set up in the CRM that will email them the coupon and then have follow-up emails to them. And I do that in real estate. But in the self-storage business itself, because these numbers are fairly small, we may have 10 to 15, 10 rentals, 5 to 10 rentals off an ad campaign for 2 weeks is a big win. The average customer in some of our facilities are $1,800 to $2,200. That's the value of the customer. And if I do 5 of those, that's $10,000 worth of income I've made off a 2 to 3 week advertising campaign. That's awesome. And rather than have a CRM and it automated, what we typically do is use lead pages or the program itself to email the coupon. And then our managers are notified, or you could be notified that someone has claimed this coupon, and you would get their name and email address, and you can follow up with them. Now, our managers are trained on how to, they're trained in sales, and they're trained on how to get people from claiming a coupon into the store. And we generally generally let them follow up with the customer. So how I have it set up is not to integrate with the CRM, but actually to send a lead notification to the manager. And then the action is we have a coupon that we created. I assume you created one too, or whatever your ad is, or whatever your offer is to your customer. We uploaded it into lead pages, and lead pages will email them. Now, one of the last decisions you make is, do you want to send the visitor a thank you page? Where do you want the visitor to go after they've claimed the ad? Now, we use another lead page, thank you page, and here's why. If you remember in Facebook, remember the pixel conversation, the code, the tracking code that Facebook has, Google has it too. If you're running Google ads, you can put that code on your website. But specifically in this advertising campaign, you could put it on the landing page. But what that would measure in the Facebook Ads Manager is it would measure how many people went from the ad to your landing page. That's interesting, but I really don't need that metric. What I want to know is how many people from the ad claimed the offer. And how we do that in the online marketing world is we apply that pixel code to a thank you page. So rather than use the default thank you page, I will create one more thank you page from lead pages, and I will paste that pixel code on it. Let me show you. So here's a quick thank you page that we created. And if you remember in the Facebook Ads Manager, the pixel tracking code said, place this code in the header section of your website page. Now, that sounds like crazy. And it sounds like you would have to hire a website builder to do that. This is another reason I like a program like Lead Pages so much. Here's how you do it. Here is the head section of the website page. And I just copy from Facebook, come over here and paste this. This is the pixel. Paste this code into this website page. And then every time someone gets this thank you page, it informs Facebook that another successful conversion happened. So they are tracking all kinds of things like how many people saw the ad, how many people watched the video, how much of the video they watched, how long they were on the page, how many clicked the call to action button, and then how many people received the thank you page. So that's how we track the effectiveness of this advertising campaign. Now, you don't have to do this, but it's really good to do because it gives you the information you need to determine how effective your campaign is. So let's say, for example, that my landing page has a 33% conversion rate. I'm usually shooting for 28 on the low end and up, 30%. That might be a benchmark target number. And I know that from the people who go to the landing page is converting. But in Facebook Ads Managers, my conversions are very low. That tells me that there's a problem, and the problem is either in the ad or how I set the campaign up. But let's say that the Facebook campaign is performing very well. A high percentage of people are actually clicking the call to action button, but my conversion rate is very small. Well, that tells me there's a problem with the landing page. So that's why we use all these metrics to see where the changes need to be made. And we're constantly always changing our ads around, trying different headlines, different shapes of the button, different things you can say different things on the call to action button, different images. And all of this is so simple to use. That's why I love a program like Lead Pages, like the Facebook Ads Manager. Very easy to use. Now, we just created a very basic, simple landing page in just a couple of minutes, 10 minutes or less. This may be way more information than you ever wanted to know, but I wanted to show you and demonstrate how easy it is to use the tools that are really at our disposal. And this is how a small operator like us can compete with a larger player, because all the tools that we need that they use, all the data metric tools, all of the tools giving information, I can literally, if I want, in my storage business, I can see in any of my sub-market almost in live time what my competitors are doing, what their rates are, what their offers are. It's amazing what's at our disposal. And this is what the larger players use. And this is how the larger players run their campaigns online, get customers into their facilities. And as the smaller operators, it's prudent on us to not have to just turn it over and hope that something good happens. This is how we stay on top of our self-storage business, and I wanted to show you how easy it is. Now that you know, you can hire someone to run your online marketing campaigns. You can do it yourself, or you can hire a vendor, but now you know how to interface with your vendor, and don't just hope they know what they're doing. Be involved in the process, look at the metrics with them, help design the offer, help test the offers. Don't just turn it over anymore. Those days are over. Well, this online marketing, this part of our business is becoming more and more relevant for the self-storage industry. More and more people are going online to find a self-storage facility. The majority of them have no idea where they're going to rent it when they start their look. If you're not showing up and you're not relevant, you're not even going to be seen anymore. And each year, the gap between the people who are proficient in online marketing and the people who are not, that gap's going to get wider and wider. And my fear is for most of the mom and pops or the smaller operators out there that don't dive into this world, the gap between the people who can get customers and the people who can't get customers is just gonna get wider. Now, the self-storage industry is the greatest industry in the world for the small investor, but it's evolving fast and it's getting sophisticated. Now, there's no reason as a small investor we cannot compete at the same level that the big players do. Yes, we have to buy more products. Yes, we have to learn new ways and constantly be studying and upgrading and upping our game. But here's the beauty. Everything we need is there. There are all types of programs out there for the small investor that we can use to get access to accurate, almost live data of our market, our competitors, how to promote online and get customers. So there's no reason why as a small investor we cannot compete at the same level, if not even better, than the larger players, because we can move quick. We can make decisions quick. We can decide to change a direction in the moment. Often these larger players can't. So as you grow your business and as you get in the self-storage business, this is an important part of how we're going to get customers in a more competitive market as all this new product comes online. Now, maybe you feel comfortable enough to go in and start playing with and creating ad campaigns now, but at least you know what your vendors are going to be doing. And don't just sit on the sidelines and hope they can do well. Be very involved in the process, approve the ads, watch the metrics that they see, and don't go for the vanity metrics like how many clicks we got. We're measuring conversions and we're measuring new leases. So thank you very much. My name's Mark Helm. I'm the author of Creating Wealth Through Self-Storage, and I'm the creator of the Storage World Analyzer. Storage World Analyzer is the financial analysis tool, again, another type of program that the big players use as they're analyzing and putting a new facility into service. What the Storage World Analyzer will do is allow you to project future cash flows pretty accurately and know what you can pay today for those future cash flows. So go to creatingwealththroughselfstorage.com and look at all the training on there in the blog section, as well as learn more about the Storage World Analyzer, or you can go to storageworldanalyzer.com. So thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you next week. Talk to you later.